for God's sake, look who's here. Hey. What's with you? You look jumpier than a goat. Can I take your coat?
No, sleep here. Thanks.
Okay. Can I get you a scotch and soda?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Mr. Martin looked quickly around the living room for a weapon. On the table to his right lay a metal paper knife with an ornate handle. He tried its point against his left wrist. It was blunt. It wouldn't do. There were andirons and a poker arranged to his left, and something in a corner that looked like an Indian club. No, it couldn't be that way. Then an idea began to bloom in his mind.
Here we are. Come on, sit over here. Why don't you take those gloves off?
I always wear them in the house.
Okay. Oh, matches are in the drawer. Oh, look at you with a smoke and a drink. Who would have thought?
I smoke and drink all the time. Here's nuts to the old windbag Fitweiler.
You really shouldn't insult our employer. He's a good guy.
I'm making a bomb that'll blow the old goat higher than hell.
What? Are you on dope or something?
Heroin. I'll be coked to the gills when I bump that old buzzard off.
What the hell's wrong with you? You need to go. Now.
I'm sitting in the Catbird Seat. Not a word about this.
Mr. Martin got to the office at 8:30 the next morning, as usual. At 8:45, Eugene Barrows, who had never arrived at work before 10, swept into the corridor.
I'm reporting you to Fitweiler now. If he sends you to the police, it's nothing you don't deserve.
I beg your pardon.
Mr. Fitweiler.
45 minutes later, Mr. Barrows left the president's office and headed to his own in secret contentment. Mr. Fitweiler then emerged from the office after him, wiping his brow in exhaustion as he prepared to confront Mr. Martin about these incriminating accusations.
Hey, Martin. Martin, you've been with us for 30 years now, right?
32, sir.
And in that time, your work and your manner have been exemplary.
I trust so, sir.
Ah, yes. I understand that you've never taken a drink or smoked.
That's correct, sir.
Well, would you mind telling me what you did after you left work yesterday?
Well, I walked home, and I went to Schraff's for dinner, and when I got home, I read a magazine for a while, and I went to bed around 11.
Ah, yes. Mr. Barrows has worked hard. Very hard, Martin. And it grieves me to report that he has suffered a severe breakdown. It has taken the form of a persecution complex accompanied by distressing hallucinations.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
You see, Martin, Mr. Barrows is under the delusion that you visited him last evening and behaved yourself in an unseemly manner. Don't worry about it, Martin. It's just the nature of these psychological diseases. But I'm afraid Mr. Barrows' usefulness here is at an end.
I'm dreadfully sorry to hear that, sir.
Me too.
Is that rat denying it? He won't get away with that. You drank and smoked in my apartment, and you know it. You called Mr. Fitweiler an old windbag and said you'd blow him up when you got coked to the gills on your heroin. If you weren't such a drab, ordinary man, I'd think you planned it all, saying you were sitting in the Catbird Seat, because you knew that no one would believe me when I told it. My God, it's just too perfect. Can't you see how he's tricked us, you old fool? Can't you see his little game?
You know, you do really need help. You're insane. Get out of here. You're fired.
You two are the crazy ones. You can all go to hell.
You know, Martin, I'm sorry this ever happened. I hope you just dismiss it from your mind.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
And Mr. Martin thought, so this is the Catbird Seat.
Action.
Well, for God's sakes, look who's here. Oh, hey, quit shoving. What do we do? You look jumpier than a goat.
Action.
Oh, yeah.
Made from the best stuff on earth.
You're a dumbass. Way to light the wrong side of the cigarette.
New one.
You're sitting there,
I didn't even realize I was doing that. Sorry.
you're sitting there and you're like this. Like, no, you go like this and you light it. You don't sit there and feed it into the flame.
Alright.
Oh my God.
Alright.
Alright.
Rob. Alright, hold on a second. I gotta get a new water dish.